So the more you date, the more you're going to find out that a quality woman is just a woman with high interest. I'm going to say that one more time. A quality woman is just a woman who has high interest. A high interest woman, this is what you're going to find, because over the past 11 years that I've been dating, okay, everything that I've learned, everything that I've experienced from ages 18 until 29 right now, okay, I've been in multiple long-term relationships, I have been in short-term relationships, everything in between, okay? I've met some women in person, I've met some women from, let's say, an online dating app. It doesn't matter at all the things that you think that matters. What you're going to realize is that the only thing that truly dictates her behavior and her attitude towards you is her interest level. There's an entire generation of men right now constantly seeking a quality woman, okay? And this is very flawed thinking, because the woman or the feminine is the passive or the receiving energy. The woman is also the conforming energy to what is in front of her.
Which is why the reverse is also true. You'll notice that anytime you lose a girlfriend or you have a woman pull away from you, you will notice that what actually happened was you started to conform to her energy and her frame, which caused her to lose interest.
So when a man is demonstrating very masculine traits, okay, naturally her personality will start to conform to the feminine ideal, and she will start to put that in front of him in order to not only appease him and hopefully make sure that he likes her, but she wants to give him that level of treatment. So here's how I really started to figure this out, and here's how I started to put two and two together. You would hear a lot of guys talk about their crazy ex. They'd say, oh, my ex was so crazy. We broke up and she called me 100 times in a row. She texted me 100 times in a row. She just freaked out on me. My ex was crazy. Don't ever date her. Guys go, that girl is crazy. Don't do it. This is how I started to figure this out. And then that same woman, okay, might go and date a different guy. And maybe she sleeps with him once or twice, and she realizes she doesn't like him and she never texts him ever again. And that same guy had a completely different experience with the woman. A completely different experience. So while one guy goes, oh my God, she was so crazy, don't ever date her, she's fucking wild, she'll just call you 1,000,000 times and blow up your phone, and all of a sudden, you know, she always wants to see you and she's trying to do anything to get your attention and she won't leave me alone. That might be one guy's experience. A different man might go and date her, and she doesn't act like that at all. She goes, oh, he's not my type. A quality woman is a woman who has high interest. But let's take this even a step further. A quality woman, okay, is a woman that starts to demonstrate the feminine ideal when she is around a masculine man that she senses he has strength for the long haul. So when do you get feminine quality and feminine behavior out of a woman? You get feminine quality and feminine behavior out of a woman when you demonstrate the highest level of masculinity. So when she's around a guy, let's say she sleeps with him a couple times, and she goes, wow, he doesn't go weak for me. Wow, he doesn't feel like he has to call me every single day to hold my attention. Wow, he can go a few days or a week without needing to see me or without needing to set a date with me, and he still has enough reassurance that everything's fine. She goes, wow, when I'm around this guy, he doesn't feel the need to smile the entire time to hopefully make it seem like he's really nice. Wow, he doesn't feel the need to appease me and say yes to everything that I ask of him. Well, what happens? What you're going to notice is her personality starts to conform and bend and shape and adapt in order to fit what she feels he's looking for. So if you take a woman who, let's say, she's not very used to demonstrating feminine qualities towards a man. Let's say she's typically rude, disagreeable, doesn't like to cooperate. That same exact woman, all of a sudden, when she is around a masculine man who she looks up to, who she respects, who doesn't feel the need to emote. See, this is what you have to understand. Those of you who genuinely want to retain a woman's interest, you are going to have to embody like literally the highest level stoicism. Because if you want to retain the interest, see, like a lot of guys, they want to get laid. You have to understand this. Getting laid is the easy part. Like, you could even say that the real tests don't even start until somewhat of a relationship is or already has been formed. And what you're going to find out, or what you're going to figure out, is if you are going to see a woman for a prolonged period of time, and this could be any woman, literally any woman. I don't care where you met her. I don't care if you met her in church. I don't care if you met her in the club. It doesn't matter. I don't care if she came from a 2-parent household. I don't care if she came from a single-parent household. I don't care if she had a strong father that she looks up to and she respects. See, this is the funniest thing too. A lot of guys just hold these wild false beliefs. Like, these wild false beliefs like, oh, she would never do that. She came from a 2-parent household and she had a strong father she loved and she respected. Yeah, that same woman might go date the fucking drug dealer too once she's attracted to him. Like, you have to understand that most of this stuff that you think matters literally doesn't matter. Okay? So this is what I can tell you. The real tests truly don't start until somewhat of like a relationship has been formed, or you guys have seen each other for a while. Like, guys think getting laid is the hard part. Getting laid is the easy part, because here's what you have to remember. That's when things are new. That's when things are fun. That's when things are fresh and exciting. You are a new individual, which means when she looks at you through the lens of a mystery. Someone she has to figure out. Once you start to date, once you start to see each other on a regular or a consistent basis, what you will realize is what you are signing up for if you are going to continuously see the same woman over and over and over, is you are signing up for interest test after interest test after interest test after interest test after interest test. She's going to go, he didn't react. Maybe I'll say this. Like, women are always going to try to test you. Always. She might go, what happens if I text message this? She might go, what happens if I say this or do this? He said no last week about this, that he wasn't really into doing this. I'm going to ask again this week to test him to see if he changes his mind or changes his opinion. Like, this is how deep this goes. This is what you're signing up for constantly. You guys sleep together? She goes, let's interest test him more. Let's see if I can get him to go weak yet. Let's see if I can get him to go weak for this booty yet. Test him again. She sleeps with him again. She tests him again. Like, this is what you're signing up for, is constant and repetitive interest tests. So to all of the men out there where you say, I'm trying to find a quality woman. A quality woman is a woman that displays feminine characteristics to a man or to the man that she likes strictly and specifically because she has high interest. And what you're going to find is when you get really good at this, when you get really good at being the type of man that a woman wants to be with and to be by, which is really just a man who can't be moved, you can't be moved off center, you embody the masculine ideal, okay? You truly embody the masculine ideal. Like, when I say the masculine ideal, like when she's around you, it's like she feels like she's in this constant state of like puppy love, where she's constantly turned on, but at the same time, when there's that space or when she tests you, you're not trying to fill that gap with more reassurance. Like, you're complete on your own. And when she starts to look at this guy and she goes, wow, he thinks I'm beautiful, I'm really into him, we have great chemistry, but she gets a sense in her mind. She starts to look at that guy and she goes, wow, if I attempted to pull away, or if I did something that this man felt was disrespectful, he would never talk to me ever again for the rest of his life. There is no bending. There's no gray area. When she runs across a guy like that, it's funny how all of a sudden now Now you get all the feminine qualities. Now she's all of a sudden a quality woman. And this is what I've found to be true. The things that guys look at because you think that it matters, not only does she not find it of any relevance or importance, but it means literally nothing in regards to the quality of woman that you're going to get. Like, let's say you have a woman who is let's say she waited to sleep with a guy until she was married. Let's say she's never slept with anybody until she meets her husband. And let's say that husband fails every interest test and starts to go weak for her emotionally. She is going to pull away and probably display bad qualities. So that guy, his experience of her, he might look at her and go, wow, I need to find a better quality woman. When in reality, you have to understand, you are the man. If you are the man, you are the active energy. If you are the active energy, that means the masculine energy, the doing energy, okay? The leading energy. She is going to give you the level of treatment or the feminine reciprocal interest based on how well of a man or how high of level of masculinity he is displaying. There is no such thing as a quality woman. A woman displays femininity, good quality female behavior towards a man when she has high interest. And her interest level is purely dictated on how much you can continuously keep passing interest tests. She's like, I slept with him twice. He just keeps passing these interest tests. He still doesn't appear weak. He still doesn't need me. Why is it that I can't get this guy to go weak for me? And because he will not bend, because he will not conform to her frame, because he will not adapt and change himself just to hopefully make her happy, she looks up to him and she goes, wow, he just can't be moved. And she falls in love. And she falls in love deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper because of his strength. See, when you're a young man, you will think that your strength is your external or your exterior. When you're a young man or you have a young man mindset, you will think that your strength is your money, your status, your muscles, the car you drive. When you get older, you realize that not a whole lot of that matters past the first couple minutes, or none of that matters once you maybe, like, those things are short term. Maybe it's a little easier to get laid, and then you realize that none of that is what women is actually looking for, what women are looking for in order to continuously keep staying with a guy. Men need to wake up and realize that the woman changes and adapts because the femininity or the passiveness of adapting to her environment is purely based on who's in front of her. This is why when we say things like, or when guys say things like, women are emotional, or their emotions can change minute for minute, hour for hour, that means if they're up and down, well, what is changing or dictating those emotions? It's going to be her environment and her circumstance. Well, what is her environment and her circumstance? It's made up of the man that's around her. You need to stop looking for what you call quality women, and you need to realize that any woman that you meet, and I mean any of them, I don't care if you met them at the club, I don't care if you met them at the bar, I don't care if you met them on a dating app, I don't care if you met them on, at church, I don't care. When you display the right things, a woman gives you good treatment and becomes quality. When you display the wrong things, the woman becomes disrespectful and hates your guts. That's all there is to it. When you focus on being a quality man, and you start to understand that a quality man is not what the world has convinced you of all of these different things, but a quality man is really a man who is set in his masculine frame and can't be moved. This is the life that she wants to come into. You are so rock solid. She's like, wow, he has this path, he has this way of life, he has his own thing, and he can't be changed. And because of that, life starts to get really nice because you look around and you go, wow, I have a lot of dating options. Wow. They all are demonstrating quality women behavior towards me. And then you start to become the guy who can choose and not just the guy sitting back waiting to be chosen. To help you take this even a step further, I've created an entire community with over 2,000 guys inside of it right now, and I am helping them learn, understand, and master the language of women. And when I tell you this, I'm speaking from the heart. I have built systems and processes that have gotten guys results that even I didn't even expect to see. I have had so many student successes inside of there. This community is constantly growing. It is constantly, the guys are genuinely talking and communicating with each other. I am inside of there looking at all these posts and, different comments every single day. You need to see this process. The reason why I call it the language of women is because there's a certain level of information that guys don't know right now. And I wholeheartedly, in my heart of hearts, I believe that I teach this better than anybody. I don't think that there is anybody better at teaching this than me. And I don't just say that based on my opinion. I say this based on how many student successes I keep having and I keep seeing. That is what gives me the confidence to not only build this, but show you this and deliver this to you. I want you to see what I built. Join us inside of that. Go and check that out. You are going to see a step-by-step process you can literally copy-paste into your life and just go. I have spent years making these videos. I have spent years mastering my craft right here on camera to help you learn these topics. And I truly believe that I can help you better than anybody. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.